Today, we're going to go over the 10 most common podcasting mistakes from recording all the way to publishing and what you can do to fix them. Now, let's start at the beginning with the first mistake you might make when podcasting: not doing test recordings. This is a big one, especially if you're new to podcasting. Everyone knows that practice makes perfect, and it's no different for podcasting. When you're just starting out, it can feel unnerving to record yourself, even if you're just recording by yourself. But this is why practice makes perfect. You don't want to feel like you're publicly reciting your diary entries. You want things to feel natural and as much like a conversation as possible. This means that it might require some testing to build up that voice and your confidence in that voice. Now, mistake number 2 is poor microphone quality. This can be the cause of unnecessary meltdowns if you can't quite get it right. However, when you do get it right, at least those meltdowns will be crystal clear. So as you can imagine, the first step is getting a high quality microphone that fits whatever needs you have. You can get one like I have here, but I'm actually going to share my entire podcast setup and all of the equipment that I have in a future video, which reminds me, subscribe so you don't miss it. But what if you have guests on your show that are recording in their own homes, meaning they don't have a podcast mic? Unless you're going to order a podcast mic for every single guest you have on your show, which, let's be honest, you're not going to do that, there are ways that you can fix this. Guests can record via podcast platforms like Podcastle, and you can edit their audio with their AI enhancing features so it sounds like studio quality. Now, the next most common mistake is looking and feeling like an amateur. This is especially common and difficult to get over when you're first getting started. You're feeling super self-conscious about yourself. You notice every every like. You might notice your lighting setup or your audio quality. You might even feel like you have nothing to say or like you shouldn't even be sharing it at all. But I am here to tell you that this is not true. To fix these issues and to cure the self-doubt that might be plaguing you, invest in a simple 3-light setup. This way, as long as you're not blinding yourself, you will look and feel like an absolute pro. For the pesky ums and ahs, I know I'm a person that says like a lot. Use a teleprompter. You don't need anything fancy and cumbersome that costs $8,000. You can literally use the teleprompter that's built into your recording software. Right now, I'm using Podcastle's teleprompter, and it's making me sound like I know exactly what I want to say. It's amazing. Podcastle has a background noise reduction tool that will help you smooth out any of that background noise. So, you've polished up your recording, you've set up the stages of your podcast, but what about the actual audio and video? Mistake number 4 is not having an intro and an outro for your podcast. No one likes walking into a room, mid-conversation, and not knowing what's going on. I don't like that, and I don't want my podcast to be like that. So, what I recommend doing is creating both an intro and outro that you'll use in every single podcast episode. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. You can just use a one-liner, but make sure to use it in each and every recording. And if you're feeling really on point, add a custom sentence to introduce the topics that will be discussed in your episode. And if you'll be having a guest, come up with a unique way to introduce them. Pro tip here, is there a juicy audio clip from your recording? Take that audio clip and add it to the very beginning of the episode to give your listeners a little preview of what's to come. And keep in mind that you'll also want your outro to be canned, and you want it to include the different ways that your community can reach you. Maybe that's through social media, email, carrier pigeon, however you want them to contact you. Mistake number 5 is having a muddled editing setup. Now, if you podcast in the 2010s or even earlier, you know exactly what I mean. Having to use 5 different softwares for recording, editing, sound mixing, hosting, publishing is a huge bummer. You have to spend time wrestling with all these different platforms and all the different problems that might arise with each of them. And when you have to do this, you are miserable and slow. Episodes will take longer to edit and release, and honestly, you'll have less fun putting your episodes together, and it will show in your final product. This is why if you're solo, or maybe you just have that teeny tiny team, the answer is to use an all-in-one platform like Podcastle. Record, edit, and publish your podcast all on the same platform. Podcasting doesn't need to be overly complicated. It can and and should be simple. Your goal is to get your voice out there, not to be proficient in 12 different poorly optimized software packages. You can find Podcastle's complete guide to podcasting in the description below. Mistake number 6 is not removing background noises. Now, you may think that people want to hear your dog barking in the background or the hair dryer, maybe here to overhear the conversation with your family about the best Cheez-It flavor. Obviously, it's white cheddar grooves. Come on now. But they're actually here to hear your voice. If you aren't able to record in a quiet space, no worries. There are tools like Podcastle's AI audio enhancer that remove background noise for you. I know I mentioned Podcastle a bunch, and I'll share a YouTube promo code at the end of this video if you're interested. Mistake number 7 is not using closed captions or subtitles with your video podcast. Now, if your mission is to share your message with the world, you need to keep in mind anyone who might have a different first language as you, who might be hard of hearing, anything like that. Subtitles will help with this and help make up for any shortcomings with your audio quality. Mistake number 8 is not exporting your podcast in multiple formats in multiple resolutions. It might sound like a bit of a head scratcher, but in 2024, more than ever, people are watching content on different devices. Maybe a phone, a TV, I don't know, a smartwatch, or that really smart refrigerator from that one commercial. So make sure your video is formatted properly and that you offer both audio and video versions of your podcast. Mistake number 9, not promoting your podcast on social media. Edited podcast video clips are hugely popular on both TikTok and Instagram Reels. It allows the scrollers of the world to get a teeny tiny snippet of your content and greatly increases your following. And finally, mistake number 10, not submitting your podcast to major directories like Apple and Spotify. And don't forget, you'll also want to upload your video podcast to YouTube as well. The team here at Podcastle has been doing this for a long time, and we know better than anyone how important it is to cast the widest net possible. And you can't do that unless your podcast is available on the biggest hosting sites out there. Luckily, posting your podcast on all the different podcasting platforms is incredibly easy, especially with Podcastle. All you need is your RSS feed, which can be found in the settings, and just follow the instructions from the distributor. All of this is to say that podcasting shouldn't be as complicated as it used to be, because there are tools that fix these issues. If you like how easy this sounds, give it a try at podcastle.ai and get 50% off your first month subscription by using code PODTUBE50 at checkout. Link below. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.